opinion about women who wear hair weaves, sew-ins, they're to me considered a protective style as long as they're done properly. A lot of times for me, I find that a lot of my clientele, although they're all natural, they tend to wear a lot of different protective styles based on the fact that they're trying to, you know, make sure that they can possibly go swimming or make sure without damaging their own natural texture of hair, or making sure that they can go and work out without having to worry about their hair looking completely destroyed so that they can go and work the next day. I would say you probably do have that few of those women that, you know, maybe they are trying to look white. I don't know, but the ones that I put my hands on, that's not their issue, because they're very, very in tune and in touch with their own natural hair. It's just that they need it for reasons of convenience. And just like me, this is my second sew-in ever in my entire life, and I love it.
I love the transformation that women make. I love how you can watch someone coming in with a drab disposition and you can just give her a whole new look and she's a whole different person's head held high. Just completely different. I wear weave too, and I'm also natural, and I've got plenty of hair under here, which is a common misconception that women who wear weave is because they don't have their hair of their own. Many of my clients wear weave as an accessory like myself. And so I guess to answer your question, just like earrings, bracelet, a new nail polish color, a new pair of shoes, hair is an accessory, and it's used to enhance your beauty, or, you know, it's just an accessory. It's just like a new purse to me. The good part about the natural movement is that we're embracing the hair, but I don't want us to start to turn it into another mode of attack, because like there are some women that have to have the weaves and that have to have hair pieces or whatever, and even if they don't, they shouldn't be marginalized or stereotyped or thought that, you know, it's self-hatred or whatever, because wigs, weaves, hair extensions, go back to Kemet, go back to, you know, Africa. They were making wigs and they had pressing combs way back then. So it's no sense in getting all bothered about it now. One of the reasons why it's a little bit more tender when you're natural in the beginning is because you're manipulating that root area a little bit more, because your hair is a little bit more tightly coiled. So you're in there and you're trying to detangle and stuff like that because your curl pattern is so tight. So your scalp is usually not used to all that manipulation. I'm not gonna sew in synthetic hair at all, because it doesn't even make sense. Well, it doesn't make sense because I'm gonna charge you starting at $200 for the sew-in. So why would you sew in $40 hair that you gotta take out in a couple of days? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sewing it in. And there's a professional integrity thing. I'm a little arrogant and egotistical about my stuff. So I can't style that hair. You know what I'm saying? And if, you know, you go outside, you've got your little shiny synthetic hair on. Who did your hair, Nicole? They're not gonna say, well, it's the hair. They're gonna think it's the technique.
I've seen some that cost a very significant amount of money and they are not great. Yeah. And they know it. At those stores. They know it, but I mean, we're consumers, We're consumers and we're gonna buy.
The hair and beauty industry is, I think they said, like a $10 billion industry or whatever. I mean, if you're not making money in this industry, you don't know business. You just don't know how to do business, that's all.
This is actually my first time ever paying for some hair, and I was like, oh, this is how this goes, huh? Yeah, so some women would spend up to $400 to $500 on some really great hair. I mean, the hair can be a little pricey, but the good thing, the investment is that you can, you know, if it's a good texture of hair, then you can reuse it. And every 2 to 3 months, use that same hair, clean it, you know, and reuse that same batch of hair. So it's not, you know, it's considered an investment at that point. I think the culture in salons vary based on the fact that because I've been in different environments in different salons, and the culture can range from dramatic to, depending on the clientele, to a very just laid back. And here in my salon, it's very, very laid back. It gets funny at some point because we all have our, you know, different views about hair and just about life in general.
My experience has evolved from my mom and sisters getting their hair done, in the kitchen. You know how it is. One's on the floor, between mom's legs while she's, using the hot comb and putting the grease and getting them ready for Sunday service or whatever occasion they're going to attend. There's a level of camaraderie that exists in a barbershop that is parallel to here in the beauty salon. I've learned through experience that, your barber, your cosmetologist is more than just that. They can sometimes be your confidant, sometimes be your psychologist. So not only are you sharing with them issues with your hair, but you might be sharing some issues going on in your own personal life. Here it's more than that because, not only you may or may not get your hair done, but you're going to, might maybe get your eyebrows arched, you might have to get your nails done, and so there's a lot more stuff going on, in a beauty salon than it is in the barbershop.
Black women consume so much within the hair industry because I think that they are looking to look fabulous at all times. I mean, crown and glory. I mean, their hair is their crown and glory. I mean, that's just the first thing that you see. When you look at a person, you look straight at their hair. And so we're all about making sure that we feel good. You look good, you feel good.
This is like a...
Hair industry will never go away. I don't care what happens in the world. Women and men love looking good, and they will spend their last dime on their hair. Trust me when I tell you that much. Because when you look good, you feel good, and everybody's trying to look good for somebody.